Successful people are not more motivated than you. They just stopped relying on motivation entirely and built something far more reliable instead. Motivation feels powerful in the moment, then vanishes exactly when you need it most. That collapse is not a personal failure. It is predictable. Psychologist Peter Gollwitzer discovered a formula that makes discipline almost automatic. No inspiration required, no willpower spent, no hoping you'll feel ready. It is called an implementation intention. Once you understand how it works, you will never plan a goal the same way again. Here's the problem with most goal setting. I will exercise more sounds clear, but your brain has no instructions for exactly when. Vague goals leave a gap. In that gap, your brain defaults to whatever feels easiest in the moment, which is usually nothing. Gollwitzer studied thousands of people trying to build habits and found one factor separated those who succeeded from those who quietly gave up.
The successful group did not have more motivation. They had a specific plan for the exact moment hesitation would appear.
And there is one more piece to this, something most productivity advice completely ignores. We will get to it in a moment.
The plan takes a simple form. If situation X happens, then I will do behavior Y. No motivation clause required. Not I'll exercise when I feel like it. Instead, if it's 7 a.m., then I put on my shoes before checking my phone. This is not a to-do list. It is a pre-written script your brain follows automatically the moment the trigger condition appears.
In a landmark 1997 meta-analysis, Gollwitzer and Brandstätter found implementation intentions dramatically increased goal completion across dozens of studies. People using simple if-then plans followed through more than twice as often as people relying on willpower and general intention alone. 2x more follow-through. So why does one sentence outperform motivation and sheer determination combined? The answer lives inside how your brain makes decisions. Every time you rely on willpower, your brain has to notice the moment, weigh the options, and consciously choose the harder path. That decision point is exactly where most habits collapse. Willpower has to win that battle fresh, every single time, with no shortcuts. Picture two people facing the same 7 a.m. alarm. One relies on motivation. The other decided, days ago, exactly what happens next. The motivated one lies there negotiating with themselves, 5 more minutes, maybe tomorrow instead, while willpower quietly loses the argument. The other person is already moving, not because they feel more disciplined, because there was never a decision left to make. This is the real mechanism. Implementation intentions transfer control from your slow conscious mind to a fast, automatic cue response link. Your brain stops asking, should I do this? It simply recognizes the trigger and executes the response, the same way you stop at a red light. Neuroscientists call this proceduralization. Psychologically, the decision was already made, long before the moment of temptation ever arrives. This is why relying on motivation always feels harder. You are redeciding daily what disciplined people decided once and never had to decide again. The technique works just as well for stopping unwanted habits as it does for building good ones. The format barely changes. If I feel the urge to check my phone during work, then I will place it in another room for 20 minutes. Let's make this concrete. Say your goal is reading more. A vague intention says, I'll read when I have time. You never will. An implementation intention says, if I finish dinner, then I read 1 page before touching my phone. Specific, automatic, unarguable. The formula works because it removes ambiguity. There is exactly one trigger and exactly one response. Nothing left for hesitation to exploit. Notice this only works with genuine specificity. If I have free time is not a trigger. If it's 7 p.m. is. The same applies to the response. Not I'll be more mindful, but one exact, physical action your body can execute without thinking. Write your own right now. If specific situation, then I will specific action. One sentence, more powerful than any amount of motivation. Successful people are not running on some deeper reserve of discipline you don't have access to. They are running on a system.
Most advice tells you to want it more. But wanting was never the problem, and no amount of wanting fixes a missing plan. Discipline was never a feeling you wait for. It is a sentence you write in advance, so the moment of choice never has to happen.
Stop waiting to feel ready. Write your if-then plan today, place it somewhere you will see it, and let the trigger do the rest.
That's the real difference between people who follow through and people who don't. One of them removed the decision entirely. Don't forget to subscribe, New research lands every single week.